Welcome. So I thought I would battle the next barbecue bot, rated Popsicle, and its name is 1800. Or maybe it's the other way around. But so we'll see how this goes, and like sometimes I'll do on this one, I'll do a review at the end because the 1800 bot is a little more difficult for me. I can usually beat an 1800, but not always. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. So I feel like I've got their knight stopped from coming down the board anymore too much. You know, I'm thinking about bringing this knight into action, but then again, there's a semi-open file I could own with a major piece. Yeah, I'll just do that. I know I can't just up and take that pawn, the c pawn, but because that knight's got it guarded. Oh, interesting. Okay, I was going to attack the king next, just so they lose their right to castle, but the bot saw what I was doing and moved anyway. I was kind of surprised by that. Okay, so yeah, I'm afraid the knight's gonna go to f4 and just start attacking. There's a fork that I need to be mindful of for my king and a rook on the first rank. I'm going to line up these rooks and see what happens. I'm excited that I got two rooks on an open file lined up, but I don't know how to get it to work to my advantage at the moment. Yeah, I was afraid that rook was just going to swing into action and protect the c pawn, and that's exactly what happened. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but hope is a terrible strategy. But I was a little bit running out of ideas. I'm trying to make my videos quicker, which is not easy for me, but I'm certainly trying to. I don't like my king being boxed in, especially when my opponent still has two rooks. I feel like that's a big danger that I need to be aware of. Yeah, He'll probably just push the A pawn and then force me to move. But I think the problem is I'm slowing down my own tempo by moving this knight around so much. I'm getting fiddly with this knight. I'm not making smart choices. I just keep bouncing the knight around while my opponent develops a nice tempo, and I do not. I felt like I had the advantage, and I felt like I lost it. Material-wise, we're evened up. I felt like I had a better position, but I don't feel that way right now. I hate to leave the center of the board, but trying to reposition that knight a little better, but oh boy. Not sure if I want to do this. Swing over to the E file that my opponent's king is on. Yeah, I don't. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, my opponent definitely has a better position. In the end game, you want your king out towards the center of the board. Mine's down in the corner. My knight's up against the edge of the board. I've definitely lost my stronghold. Okay, sweet. Okay, I know I got double stacked pawns isolated, but I can definitely make this work. The C pawn is stopping the king from moving down there, and the B pawn is preventing a lot of things, a lot of movements. So I'm going to take, because when it retakes, my F pawn can capture the E pawn as it goes down. And now I feel like I'm free to promote. I can't, normally I would keep going up with my king, but there's too much activity here. So I think my opponent is going to have another passed pawn here in just a hot couple moves here. The double marching pawns are hard to stop. This is not over yet by any means. I just gotta play it cool. Real Melvin-like. Feel like there's a way for me to close this out. I'm not 100% seeing it. Boy, those marching pawn. I'm anxious to see the review. Oh. Yeah, this is... I have no idea how to win it at this point, honestly. I felt like I had a stronghold there for a while, and I lost it. And the only way for me to win this is for my opponent to make some kind of mistake. But at an 1800 bot, that's probably not going to happen. A stronger player than me would have closed this game out in the end game, but I definitely screwed something up here. If I would have, if I capture that queen, it's just going to be insufficient material and end in a draw. I'm just hoping my opponent messes up, but they're not going to. Yeah, I don't know what to do, honestly. I don't think there's any way to avoid a draw at this point. Some good back and forth in this game. I'm anxious to see the review. I just made some tactical errors. I wish I had a really good excuse for it, but I don't. And now I'm in check, so yeah, that's going to be it. Okay, draw by insufficient material. Let's take a look at the numbers and we'll step through this. Okay, so I did have a stronghold and lost it. Okay, yeah, I made a blunder. I played at 1900, computer played at 1850. Let's go through it and find out what went wrong. This is how you get more gooder at chess, is you got to review your games. Okay, I talked about moving that knight up. Still didn't. Okay, so there I finally did, and I thought about doing it a couple moves ago, but hesitated. Okay, so here I definitely have the stronger position. Definitely. And I'm starting to lose it. Yeah. When I review this game, yeah, I see I should have used my rook to capture the d5. Yeah, so now we're evened up. Watch the things shake up on the Richter scale. I jokingly call it the Richter scale. It's the sidebar evaluation. Yeah, so now black has the advantage. Yeah, I lost it. Okay, so my opponent made a few mistakes that I capitalized on, which allowed me to regain my stronghold here. Yeah, okay. So this is where I said the F pawn can capture the E pawn as it comes down. Okay, that was the right choice. Remember I said I didn't want to creep up the board because there's too much action down here. So the computer has me way ahead, and somewhere I've screwed up. And let's see. Aha. Yes, I see that now. I should have put a pin on that C pawn to stop it from moving. Yeah. Yeah. I messed this up. I'm going to rematch this bot. It ended up being a draw, fair and square. It just kills me that I had such a stronghold and then lost it. So, yeah, here it comes. The computer has this evaluated equally, and yeah, that's okay. And then, boom, there it is. Okay, so great game. I will do a rematch. Hey, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Cheers.